Today I'm going to be showing you the best overall way to get legends. I'm going to be showing you two different farms. One is definitely the best way to get the most amount of legends for the run. This one right here that I'm showing you first can be about equally as good if you can actually stop him from becoming immune and just straight spam kill him. Now it's easier said than done. You will need a very high power level on all three players. A minimum 3,000 plus. More likely you're looking for like 3,500 plus. We might not be able to do it because our power level collectively isn't that high. It's more the lower end. We might get lucky, we might not. But I'll be explaining exactly how to do it. For these mages, if you don't already know, blocking is incredibly useful. It's a little hard to do when you focus on the troll first. Generally, when you take out the troll first, somebody's always going down. It's just going to happen. But it's very easy to get somebody up and then finish off the mages. So you want to hit this boss as hard as possible and just not let up. You'll actually see him try to become immune, but you'd still do damage, and then he'd do enough damage to stun him, and he won't be able to do his immunity move where he goes up and does the lightning. If he does do that move, it's too late. Just everybody stays on him. Archer keeps spamming attacks, and potentially, even if you get him at the edge of the ring, you can get a knockback kill into instant death. Like right there, he became immune. If he gets like 3-4 immunes in a row, it's just fucked. You're gonna have to wait. Now this isn't that bad though. It still is a 4.5 minute run, roughly, with a 3,000 plus squad. You can cut the time down to 2.5 minutes, or actually, our fastest run is even like 2 minutes doing this. Was my fastest time doing it when I was timing it. That is from start loading in from the moment you move to the moment that he dies. And that is incredibly fast. And if you can do consistently 2 minutes and 30-second runs, then this run actually is as good as the next one I'm going to show you. But if you can't and you're looking at 4.5 and you're not actually going for the preferred gear set for this section, then you definitely want to be doing the next upcoming run. He also has a black ring of death, and I want to give you one tip on that. And the safest way to actually avoid that is to just run to the nearest ledge and jump off. You'll take absolutely almost no damage, and you'll just spawn in the spot on the other side where you're completely safe. The move will instant kill everybody, and even if you're the dwarf with invincibility, it will kill you. That's how strong this move is. Nearly 6 million damage. By the way, I forgot to mention in the beginning, but I do want to give a shout out to Dustlight, Duff Max, and Death Reaper Snip for helping out with this video. As you see here, just spam ultimates, do as much damage as you can. And a lot of the times, if you got enough power, you'll kill him right off the bat. And even if not, it actually makes the battle as easy as possible. The dwarf can actually use the taunt and block a little bit more and just do the block overhead slam. It's actually the best strategy for the dwarf, unless you're hitting it from the back in that position. But overall, you're just having everybody right on top of it, and if he does go into immunity, then you quickly get the revive if somebody's down. So this run right here is the Face of Kelvin boss fight. And this is the overall best way to get legends in general if you're not going for a specific set. Now, there is a loot increase myth, which isn't really a myth. A lot of people have been talking about this, and a lot of people saying, like, is it one, is it the other? And I'm going to confirm for you right now that unless it's a UI glitch, The max loot upgrade is 3. I'm noticing no difference in doing 3 runs versus doing loot upgrade 4 runs. I would highly recommend just doing the 3 run at the moment, since chances of it being a UI glitch is slim. And all you gotta do is run past the first enemy, run to the portal. We're going to beat 3 sections so we get 3 loot upgrades for the boss. Skip the 2 trolls, because the 2 trolls can be the hardest fight of the game, especially if you knock them in ice. For this battle, you can pretty much take this dude out fairly quickly. But if not, you will have mages on your backside, so be aware of that blocking strategy on them. Again, I mean, it's very hard if you're focused on this dude and just primarily trying to dodge this dude's attack. Probably will get hit with 1 or 2 in the back. Once he's down, just, you know, finish off the rest. You can see, even though I am immune, you can block those attacks. These enemies here, you just run past them because they don't give you credit for another loot upgrade. The dwarf is by far my least played character, but I'm having a little fun with the invincibility. Still getting the timing down a little bit on it. I don't even really know what his most damaging move is. We'll figure that out. And I will have best builds up for all the characters and some tips and tricks on them as well coming in the very near future. Oh. Oh my gosh. You might want to jump there. So these dudes are the dudes I was talking about to just run by. If we knock one in the ice, yeah, this section can be rough because you can't really move around them too well to dodge their attacks. They're both in the center with the ice on both sides. And it's very easy to knock them back into the ice. The little dudes for this section will keep spawning in as long as you haven't killed them, so you do need to get rid of him first. Luckily, if everybody attacks him pretty much right off the bat, he's fairly easy to drop. The wolf does so little damage. Granted, my build's only about maybe 70% to max build, but even still. And I built them as you should build a dwarf for the resistance. But I heard another dude, he actually tried the strength build on the dwarf and he was saying how much it sucked. I kinda believe it. I don't really see the point in putting 20 in strength. This section, if you have one person, if you really want to speed it up, just have one person run forward when the battle is about to end. You're killing that last dwarf off, and he can go run up and just grab that. I mean, let's just shave off like 10 seconds, but if you're really looking to do like 20 runs in a row, then heads up. This is another boss where if you have the power, once he drops to his knees, he's just done. He shouldn't get back up. Or he'll get up for a second and right back down before he can even do a move. As long as he can't even do a move, that's perfect. He'll just straight crush this dude. And down he goes. If you keep hitting him, he will just keep getting up. Don't worry, I didn't forget. I am going to explain right now exactly how to get any preferred gear set. So if you want the Code Stone, for example, and that's the only gear set, that's what you're looking for right now. So what you want to do, ideally, if you can get a group of 4 people looking for the same set, you want to go and first, if you can do the boss fight quickly for that gear set, do that. If that's not an option, what you want to do is you want to find the easier of the 2 acts, and you want to get to the point of getting 3 loot upgrades without actually collecting any chests. Also, make sure you know all the chest locations on the board, and then go back and collect all those chests once you have collected 3 rest points and have 3 loot upgrades. That will give you the highest chance of getting high-end items, giving you more legendaries and more epics. Now, some sets you might be going for that set that nobody else wants and you just can't get a team together. So in this case, what you want to do is you want to put the difficulty to 6, and you want to do either Act 1 or Act 2, find out which one that you can get to a chest safely. Now, if you can't do tier 6, then obviously you're just going to drop it down to the highest tier that you can get the chest. Hopefully you can do 5 and you can still get those 4 or 5s. But yeah, so what you're going to do is you're going to go and get the chest and quit the game. So you can use all your abilities. All you got to do is open the chest and collect the item, and you're good. Doesn't matter if you die once you collected the item. Collect the item, quit the game by returning to the camp. So return to the camp and then rinse and repeat. Now every time you pick up an item, it's going to be in your menu when you reload into that map. Just make sure that you stay on that map, and once you've done collecting all the items, so you got 20 items now in waiting, but you haven't actually got them in your reward box. So now just put the difficulty to hero level 1 and just run through it and complete it. You will now get all those tier 6 or whatever difficulty items you picked up out the chest in the reward box once you complete the mission. So it's a very easy way to get the legends, but you're going to have a lower chance of getting legendaries doing this, sadly. The best way is to get a team of 4, but if you can't, the slower option to still get tier 6 gear is to just put it on tier 6 or tier 5 and do whatever you got to do to get the chest open and collect the item without dying. And that is the best overall farms to get legends and the best way to get any preferred gear set. I hope that helps.